In other videos we've looked at how we could simplify fractions and how we can find a fraction of an amount. In this video we're going to progress a little bit further and look how we can go about ordering fractions. To order a fraction, there's three little steps I need to take. I first of all need to find a common denominator of each of the fractions. After this, I then need to change each of the fractions into that common denominator. And then finally, I then need to compare each of the fractions and put them in order of size. I can see here that I've got two fractions that I want to try and put in order of size. The two fractions are 3/4 and 4/6. And what I do notice is that both of these fractions have got a different denominator, a different bottom number. I can see quarters and I can see sixths. So I need now to put both of those fractions into a common denominator. To find the common denominator, I'm going to think about multiples of each of the two denominators. So looking at the first fraction, common multiples of 4 are 4, 8, 12. Looking now at the second fraction, I think common multiples are 6, 12, and so on. At this point I notice that 12 is a common multiple to both. I can see that 12 is a multiple of 4, 4, 8, 12, and also 12 is a multiple of 6, 6, 12. Having found the common denominator of each of the fractions, which we've just seen is 12, and now step 2, need to change each of those fractions into that common denominator. I know, for example, that 4 multiplied by 3 is 12. So therefore, whatever I do to the bottom number, I do the same to the top, to the numerator. 3 multiplied by 3 is 9. So 3/4 is equivalent to 9/12. Looking at my second fraction, I can see that to change my sixths into twelfths, I've multiplied it by 2. So again, whatever I do to the bottom number, I do to the top number. So I'm going to multiply that 4, the numerator, by 2 to give me 8/12. I've now changed both fractions into a common fraction. The final step now for me to take is just to put the fractions in size order. I can see that 3/4 is the same as 9/12, and that 4/6 is the same as 8/12. Therefore, that tells me, or that shows me, that 4/6 must be the smallest fraction, because that's only equivalent to 8/12, and 3/4 must be the largest fraction, because as we've just seen, that was equivalent to 9/12. I've now put the fractions in order. 4/6 is smaller than 3/4.